Alright, here we are. So with the valley pan out of this thing, I'm looking at the trace of silicone around it. Gosh, it looks like a pretty freaking good seal, except for maybe right in this area here, perhaps. Still hard to tell. It actually looks pretty damn good too. So if we look at here, this is the back corner. It's the back corner right here. This is where I suspect it was. I'm sorry. Right in here, I'm thinking maybe. So if I just flip this over, this is kind of where it was collecting, right in this little area here. Around there. So. Boy. Other than that, I mean, geez. One little spot. Everything else, that might be a little thin there too, but generally speaking, the damn thing was pretty sealed. But maybe it just wasn't the right shit. It just regular RTF, so I think that maybe it was not quite. I found it quite easy to wiggle the thing around too when I was prying it out. It just, like, you could tell, ooh, the whole thing's kind of moving. And it didn't take it took quite a bit of effort actually to pry the fucker out of there, but at any rate, we're gonna clean all this up. And then we'll get it cleaned up. Pay particular attention, just a tip from years of doing this kind of shit. Make sure all those bolt holes are completely empty and dry. Sometimes you end up getting fluid in them, and then you go to run the bolts down and they hydraulic themselves out because there's water in the bottom, so they can't actually physically go down all the way. So always make sure to air compressor and blow all those fucking holes out. You don't want that kind of problem. You don't want to get into this again for no reason. So now that you're here, this is the time to clean this freaking thing right up. Also vacuum all that antifreeze out of there, because as soon as you put the valley pan back on, it's going to displace and it's going to walk across whatever sealant you're using. In the case of the sealant that's on the new part, it probably wouldn't matter because it's just going to seal up anyways, but it's always good practice to do what you can while you're here. This is the most important part right here, is the cleanup and the prep, and then of course put it together properly. But this is the part that you don't want to see again. You don't want to get back into this stage again just to redo all this stuff. So do a good job of cleaning it up, blow the holes out, make sure there's nothing left in there at all, perfectly clean, dry, vacuum out the valley pan, and then you can begin reassembling. So I'll get to the point where it's nice and clean and ready for reassembly, and we'll take it up from there again.